Welcome, DSA. Today is September 10th, and today we're celebrating National TV Dinner Day
National Suicide Prevention Day,
and 9/11.
While doing research for this script, I realized there's a lot of stuff that happens in history today.
You know, so did I. Some was more important than others.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happens this week.
Let's take a deeper dive with this day in history.
On this day in history, the Treaty of Saint Germain was signed, ending World War I, 1919. Also, black students were integrated into public schools in Alabama during 1963. And Hamida Jandubi became the last person to be publicly executed by guillotine in 1977. Nirvana's favorite song, Smells Like Teen Spirit, came out in 1991. And finally, in 2022, King Charles was proclaimed the monarch.
Wow, a lot did happen today in history.
Oh, man, I'm hungry. Speaking of history, it feels like I haven't eaten in ages.
You ate 3 minutes ago. Or should I say, every minute ago.
What? I get hungry.
Clearly. Anyways, here's today's lunch.
Woohoo, yay! Today's lunch is orange chicken with rice and a cookie, parfait snacker, and a pizza salad.
So, how was your 7th meal of the day?
Delicious.
You know, man, life really sucks sometimes.
Yo, you never thought about killing yourself, right? Because today is National Suicide Prevention Day.
Really?
Yeah. Callan, take it away.
Every year, over 720,000 lives are taken by suicide, with only 30% surviving their attempts. But 13 to 5% go on to try again. That is why, every year, on September 10th, International Suicide Prevention Day is held to bring awareness to the tragedy and reach out to those considered. Created in 2003 by the International Association for Suicide Prevention, in collaboration with the World Health Organization, it is stood to inform others of the signs and how to prevent it. This year's theme is changing the narrative on suicide, which is meant to take it from something we hide to something we can talk about normally and comfortably with others. To give more information, here's our school advisor, Ms. West.
So you may be wondering, what are some signs that you can look for to help you identify a friend or a loved one that may be considering suicide? Two of the most common signs are them being very withdrawn from family, friends. They don't want to talk to anybody. They may be alone by themselves a lot of times. They're in their room, won't talk to anybody. And the second sign is they're either talking, writing, or posting about death. So there's a few things we can do to help comfort someone who may be considering suicide. The first thing is you want to listen to them without judgment. Don't freak out or overreact, but take what they're saying seriously. You want to stay with them, don't leave them alone, and you want to report it to a trusted adult, school counselor, or the Fortify Florida app, so that way the right person or personnel can get to them and help them through that moment. So there's a few resources that could help you or someone you know that may be considering suicide. You can see your school counselor, a trusted adult. You can also use the In Crisis Lifeline by texting 988. We also in Polk County have the Fortify Florida application. You can use that for yourself or someone you know that may be considering suicide. You can see Mrs. Tedros or Miss West if you go to Davenport School of the Arts. There's lots of resources and people here who would love to help. We can all work together to create a safe space for anyone to express these feelings and to feel supported. You can do this by listening, being a great friend. You know, we have our admin team, our school counselors team, everyone's here to support, stay positive, and just be a listening ear. Social media plays a huge part in suicide prevention. One positive side is that it helps us to identify those who may need our help. You know, some people would post or they would say things on their social media page that would alert you that they would need those services. We talked about those supports because they are considering hurt and harming themselves. But social media also plays a negative role because social media can aggravate those feelings that a person who is considering suicide may feel. It would make them feel sometimes worse about their thoughts, about their emotions, versus being more of a help.
This day exists for us to connect and support with others. Something as simple as a hello, a how are you, or a good job could help. There are always signs. Some are just more hidden than others, and it's our job to see them. If you know someone suffering, please tell them to get help or get help for them.
You know, after watching Callan's report, I feel a lot happier now.
Yeah, but unfortunately, today is the day before 9/11, so it's gonna get sad again.
You know, 9/11 was just such a tragedy.
Yeah, my dad was in New York when the towers fell.
September 11, 2001, American Airlines Flight 11 and plane United Airlines Flight 175 hit the North Tower at 8:46 and hit the South Tower at 9:03 in New York. It caused a tragedy that will forever live in U.S. history. When the planes hit on this day, it was the cause of a terrorist attack from the terrorist Al Qaeda. There were 2 more planes hijacked, one sent for the Pentagon plane American Airlines Flight 77, and another sent possibly to the White House, but crashed in Pennsylvania, plane United Airlines Flight 93. It is seen that the selfless actions of the passengers and crew members on board that Flight 93 failed to hit their target, making them heroes and saviors of at least 100 people. Nearly 3,000 people lost their lives on 9/11, including 19 hijackers. At the World Trade Center, 2,753 people died, including 343 firefighters. At the Pentagon, 184 people were killed. On Flight 93, all 40 passengers and crew members died. More than 400 first responders, including firefighters and police officers, were killed. Thousands more have died or suffered from illnesses, including various cancers and respiratory diseases related to toxic exposure at Ground Zero.
Today's word of the day is graminivorous. Graminivorous is an adjective. The meaning of graminivorous is an animal that only eats grass. An example of graminivorous in a sentence is the cow is graminivorous because it only eats grass. Why do you have a frozen meal?
Because it's my 11th lunch.
Why am I not surprised? No wonder why you look like a Pillsbury Doughboy.
Hey, plus, normally I eat 12, but today I just didn't have time.
Why?
Because today's National TV Dinner Day.
What's that?
Here, why don't you just try? All right, I'll tell you about it.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. National TV Dinner Day is celebrated annually on September 10th. In 1953, Swanson & Sons changed the pre-made dinner business forever. The TV dinner revolutionized frozen food. The first Swanson TV dinner consisted of a Thanksgiving meal of turkey, cornbread, dressing, peas, and sweet potatoes. Originally, Swanson made the tray of aluminum. They separate each food into its individual compartment. At home, they cook-heated the dinner in the oven. The cooking time was usually 25 minutes. Today, most frozen food trays can be cooked in a microwave or conventional oven.